Months ago, I bought this soap cage. It is basically a zero waste, simple way to do your dishes. So today I'm going to show you exactly how it works and give my honest take on what I really think about using this for doing the dishes. Soap cages are an old-fashioned way of doing the dishes, and they were even used in the laundry for hand washing clothes. So essentially you open up the cage and put in a simple bar of soap, close it up, and then as the water's running, you're going to swish it around, and that will add the soapy element to the water to clean your dishes. So you can put any bar of soap in here that you like, but for me, I don't want to be washing my dishes with something filled with synthetics and fragrances and that sort of stuff. So I just want to stick with a basic bar soap. So you can get these 8 packs of bar soap from Woolworths. They're $4.20, so they're really affordable, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to give this soap cage a go, because $4.20 for 8 bars of soap is going to last a long time. Unfortunately, it does come in this plastic packaging, but you can get brands that come in cardboard packaging, so to be fully zero waste, you could spend a bit more money and buy something that comes in recyclable packaging, so that's another option. You can have a look at the ingredients in the bar soap, and I put all of these ingredients into ChatGPT and asked if this is actually a pure bar of soap, and it came back that yes, all of these ingredients in here would be in any basic bar soap that has been made for a very long time. The only additive in here is fragrance, so that was a bit disappointing, but that is pretty pure. So it is as easy as getting your hot water going and just shaking the bar soap cage underneath the water. Honestly, I kind of feel like you could just put a bar of soap in the water in your hand and swish it around. I almost feel like the cage is a bit obsolete in that regard. However, it would be useful when you get to the ends and you've got all these end pieces, putting all them in the cage and making sure that they get used up. Especially if you're using the same pure bar soap around the house, it would be really great for that. Once you've filled up your sink with water and you finish with that, you just want to sit it somewhere out of the way so it can dry. You don't want your soap to stay wet. And then you just wash your dishes as normal. Something that I found after washing my dishes this way for a while is that soap scum was actually starting to build up on some of the dishes. So then I got in the habit of just giving them a quick rinse in the other sink to get some of that soap residue off, and wiping them really well with a tea towel did get rid of some of it as well. But to be honest, the soap build-up was still starting to accumulate. So that was something that I really didn't like about it. As I started researching soap ingredients, I realized that just this basic pure soap, while it does a good job, you are going to get that soap build up over time. So you can every now and then just wash all of your dishes that have the build up on it with white vinegar, but this is one of the reasons that I am looking for a better solution, because I was sick of the white residue that was building up on my dishes from the dishwasher, and I was having to do the vinegar bath with those. So that was enough to turn me off. So I jumped onto Etsy to see if I could find a better version of soap that would be more designed for dishwashing rather than just the regular body soap. And I did find a couple on there, and I put the ingredients through ChatGPT just to ask, like, will this reduce the soap scum? And I did find one that was really good in that respect, but it was $22 for 2 bars of soap delivered, and that was like a local seller in Australia. So while I would love to support that lady and I do want to get around to that, right now that is just not in my budget. So I just had to shelve that idea for a bit. I actually already have 2 full bottles of washing up liquid in the cupboard and about that much left in this one here. So it just makes more sense to use through the dishwashing liquid that I've already got. And then I might look into buying some better soap for the soap cage. So for now, I'm going to put this in the cupboard and just wait until that comes around. I like the soap cage, but I almost feel like you don't even need to buy that. That was, I think, $25 or something like that. I'll put the link down below if you want to have a look at them. But really, you don't need a contraption to hold your soap to wash your dishes with it. You could literally just use your hand and swish it around in the water. As I said, it is good for the little odds and ends, but really, I just don't think it's necessary. So let me know, have you tried the soap cage before? Do you have like a mum or an aunt or a grandma that you remember using these to wash clothes or wash the dishes? And what do you remember about it? Have you tried it and do you like it?